build our community, enhance our community, give our children the opportunity to enrich themselves with the beautiful religion, beautiful deen of ours, Islam, so they can grow up to be contributing members of not just this society, but any society they go to. And without further ado, I would like to hand off to Sheikh Fazl here and his colleague over here. They're going to do a short presentation upon after we purchase the land, what all the steps we have taken thus far by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where we are and where we need your support and dua. Barakallahu feekum.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. First of all, congratulations to each and every one of you for having this land already acquired in last Ramadan. Alhamdulillah, I'm sure most of you already know about it. And before I start the presentation, and Brother Eric Harris, who's our civil engineer, I just wanted to introduce to him the community and the community to him. He is our civil engineer, Brother Eric Harris. I was asked last in Ramadan, right before the Ramadan, that we want to acquire the land. Alhamdulillah, we have. And since then, there's a lot of work has been done, a lot of work that even the members, board members, probably didn't even see a lot of that. And Eric has been involved from the day one. And if we can go on to the next slide, I'm sorry I couldn't see it. All right. Since the establishment of the ground itself, and I will speak in the English language so most of the people can understand that. Since the establishment of the ground, we have done work, and the presentation that Brother Abdul Rahim, thanks to him that he's got a presentation also done, which has a little video, and we'll show that to you too. So a lot of the work, if we can just go straight to the map, yeah. So this is the ground, what it looks like from the top, from the sky. And we had a lot of challenges in the front and in the back and in the center, of course. The ground that they acquired had challenges, but alhamdulillah, they got a very good price. They saved you a lot of money. But we still have to spend some of the money and some of the challenges that we have already overcome. There's water here that you can see. There's land in the back. There's land in the front. The idea of the board members for the future of this place was that even though we wanted to build a masjid, but in the future, we wanted to build something that will bring funds on a regular basis for the masjid in the future. So they wanted me to find out if we can leave the front land open, which that's exactly what we are doing. If we go back one step right here. So there was a lot of challenge here on the driveway and stuff. And alhamdulillah, after about few months that we were able to overcome the challenges. So we had to move things around. We did. We moved the building. Originally, it was in the front or just about in the center. And because we wanted to save the ground and we had a lot of challenges on this side, we moved the building to the back, which actually helps us even more. We have acquired more land, and all the testing that we had done and everything for the ground, the soil, there's a lot of rocks and everything. So right now we are at the position, and Eric would explain that more. We are in a very good position, alhamdulillah. It has taken a few months, maybe about 5 months, but alhamdulillah, we have come to a conclusion that we can set the building all the way in the back. We still leave the space about a little bit, I think about 1.5 acres or close to that in the front that we can build in the future whatever you want it to. With this, for right now, I'm gonna hand it over to Eric. Eric Harris, he's our civil engineer, and he has also worked at another masjid in Athens, and we worked together on that. And that building is about to be started very soon. But that's about, I think, about 10,000 square foot. Yeah. So this one is going to be just about the same. Design will be different, but the size will be just about the same. I'm not sure what the capacity will be. Brother Adnan may be able to answer that. But I'm going to hand it over to Eric Harris.
appreciate y'all having me here today. I appreciate the opportunity to come to talk to y'all about your projects. I congratulate you for the growth. It's a good thing. It's a blessing that you get to spend money on a new facility and watch your congregation grow. That's a good thing. So inherent with, I'm a civil engineer. So what civil engineers do is all the boring stuff that you have to do before you get to the pretty building. And it's nothing pretty about pipes and concrete and all that, but you got to do it or you can't build a building. With that, there's a lot of due diligence that you got to do ahead of time to make sure that when we have a finished set of plans, that it's going to be okay. We wouldn't want to just, I have this great idea, put it on a piece of paper, give it to Gwinnett County or the city of Mulberry, and they say, you can't do that. And I say, well, I've spent a lot of time and money on that. And they said, well, you should have checked this out before. So that's what's been going on since we've been started. Can you go back to the slide that shows this one? This one? Is that better? Better? Okay. So well, the first solution we had to come up with was for the driveway. There's a minimum distance that you have to be able to see when you're pulling out onto a road so that it's safe. So you're not pulling out in front of somebody. And as we went through this, we talked to Georgia DOT, we talked to Gwinnett County, we talked to the city of Mulberry to figure out where to put this. In this arrangement of this site, this was the only spot on the whole property that we were going to be able to get a driveway. If wherever we like it better, it doesn't matter, because this is the only place that we're going to get it. And from that, we went through here and started modifying the site and come up with concepts that would fit that best. This site has wetlands on it. Right here, these wetlands that they talked about earlier, we can't build inside the wetlands, so we had to avoid those. As Mr. Fozzie mentioned earlier, we have a lot of exposed rock, and we don't want to get into blasting rock because it gets extremely expensive. So we had to dodge all these things. Well, on top of that, we got a long, skinny piece of property that a lot of people in my business call a spaghetti farm because it's just long and skinny. Along the bottom side of it, we have a Georgia Transmission Commission power line. It runs right through here. So we can't have a building underneath that, and whatever we build underneath that has to be approved by the GTC. They have to tell us we can do, and they've got a book that thick of rules of what you can do, what you can't do, and how you can work under there. So we would to get a little groundway with City of Mulberry, and then we have to go back to GTC and get a little further with them. And it was just a step-by-step process. And if you could take it to the current one that your video is based on. Yeah, right there. So this is where we are today. And this, I told Fozzie earlier, this is what the site wanted to be. Because when we moved this building and rotated it and put it back here, everything just fell into place. It fell into place just right. All the problems we were dodging and all the solutions we were seeking, when we did this, it all took care of its place. And I think we ended up with like 10 more parking spaces, which is that's a good thing. So what you'll have is your building here at the back, parking in front of it. Everything will slope away from the building, all your stormwater runoff, and we're doing a real gentle slope that'll be ADA compliant, so wheelchairs won't have trouble getting through this site. It'll be just like at 2% from here, and then a little bit steeper down through there to make the water run off better. We'll have a detention pond right here, and it will be landscaped. It'll be pretty. It won't look like an industrial thing. It'll be just a grass dip in the ground there. We call this a dog leg. Whenever a road comes and does that, we did this to get across the wetlands perpendicular, because if we went at an angle, we would disturb more wetlands. And the Army Corps of Engineers has the minimum amount of wetland you can destroy by doing a crossing. And if we go above that, you got about what's called mitigation credits. And you don't even want to talk about that. It's basically a lot of money, and it's kind of like you're paying the mob to get the right to build your driveway. And so we want to stay away from that. That's what this is achieving. A company called Nutter and Associates, our environmental specialists, they're going to help us navigate the permitting so that we don't have to pay any credits to cross this creek. And as far as the civil work goes, unless there's any questions, that's about all I got.
How many parking?
We are right at 100 right now. And hopefully we will not lose any of those parking spaces. And if possible, when we get everything balanced out, if it's even possible, we could maybe even add some behind the building. But it depends on sewer and retaining. There are some other factors, but we could pick up about 8 more if everything goes well.
Those are the paved parking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, what's unpaved, it's your land. If you want to drive and park in the grass, absolutely you can do that. They can't make you not.
We certainly would have some question and answer session after this Salah, inshallah. So people who like to have some questions, we can take those. Just to, there was a place, if you show the graph where we have the LOS. So just to show you, if you can zoom in right there, this was one of the challenges that we had. The ground is on a curve, Hamilton Mill. It's a steep curve, and the county and the state requires that people, when they're leaving, especially leaving, they should be able to see everything on the road for the safety. This took us a little bit of time. So we just came down to the point where Eric found a spot where we barely, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, we barely, literally within feet, we made it if we put the driveway right there. It requires 500 feet of seeing. You should be able to see 500 feet out. So we found this spot, thanks Eric, and it barely makes it, and it's legal there, and it's safe. So now we can safely go in and out. That was one of the challenges. Another one of the challenges was in the back. We have a lot of rocks back here, but we can build it on the rock. That's not a problem. We just have to make sure the soil is good. There's no water underneath the building and all those things. So those things are sorted out. So when Eric brought this in the back, so the building shape has changed just a little bit, but we gained a lot more. We have gained a lot, alhamdulillah. There was water that we didn't know about, so there's water here. There's water back here. We thought most of this land was underwater. We found that some of that is. So in the front, somebody asked about the parking. We got more than 1 acre of lot in the front, which we don't want to disturb right now, because the group of the Masjid, the board, they thought, hey, if we leave this in the front, maybe in the future we can build something, as I said before, that would bring some money in for the Masjid to be able to sustain. So with that, I think our time is almost up. If there's a very quick question that it can serve everybody else, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll just wait until after the Salah.
We can watch the video, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, we can watch the video after Salah.
Just to show this part, what the building may look like from the inside. 3 minutes.
Just to help you visualize, inshallah.
The building may look different than what you see. As you can see, the building has a direction. It would not be that way. It will be just a straight building because of the space, limited space that we have. So this is your driveway going in. Then we had to have all this curve. Building is all the way in the back. You can do a little park. You can do water, fountains, whatever you like. But the front on the right side is open for any number of parkings. You can have 200 cars parked there. It's not a problem. This is your land. You can do however you want it. But the paved parking, as we said, we have 100 paved parkings, which is enough for now. But after that, on an Eid day or something, special days, we can park even more. Yeah. Carnivals and stuff, you know. Just make dua, inshallah ta'ala. And next step would be, and I'm sure you guys are working on that, that without funds, and that is not just from me, from you, everybody else within the community who is going to use this facility, and maybe somebody would not be able to use this facility. They're far away. But the funds will be the most important thing that we would need to raise, and I will insist on that on the group to start that as soon as possible, because once we get it started, by the way, my name is Fazal Zaman Khan. People know me as Fazia also. I do construction, and alhamdulillah, this building came to me as masjid, and I'm very happy for this. So this would be a plus for me too. But so the funds are the most important thing. Without funds on a consistent basis, we cannot really keep on going with the building. So once we start with the civil work, which is Eric may not have the chance to mention that, but within 3 to 4 weeks time, we'll be able to, inshallah, have the plans ready and about to submit to the city and the county. All right, with that, I appreciate. Thank you very much. Jazakallah and Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Barakallahu feekum. Thank you so much, Sir Eric.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you. We all appreciate you. Thank you for all the hard work and all of the tough challenges you had to resolve. Inshallah, we start khutbah, but I just want to wrap up that if you have any questions, we'll be here after Salah to answer any questions. But bottom line, we have the land, we have the plan, and we need your dua and your support. Our first phase of fundraising, we will be asking for around 850K to kind of get this going, inshallah, and we'll try to make the best choices as much as possible. You can see that we are going by the book. The county is aware, the city of Mulberry, which is annexed, this is annexed into, is aware. They're participating with us. We're collaborating with them, and everything is by the book. Alhamdulillah, there's no shady business. Everything is done to code. The neighbors are aware. Everything is in order. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. We did not want to make a big splash, so we're doing it the right way. And then we just need your support and dua. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.